Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Imbolc celebration. We celebrate the light. So before we start, make sure you have everything you need in place, that you have a piece of paper and a pen, you have a little pot with earth and some seeds or flower bulbs that you want to plant later, and perhaps you have a candle like I have, and you're sitting comfortably on a pillow on the floor or on a chair. And you feel cozy, you have maybe a blanket. Ah. Hmm. So today, February 1st, we're going to celebrate the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And it is important to give space to those momental transitions. Life is cyclical. There is a beginning and an end to everything. And so, as we are part of nature, we are part of those cycles too, as human being. And as we are part of it, we talk about the cycle of Earth, the nature, and we talk about the cycles of humans. Celebrating also mean remembering and mean honoring. And we do this through gathering, as if we are gathering now on a big circle and we have in the middle a fire going on. Last month, we did celebration of, actually, on the 21st of December, we did the Yule celebration, which was the winter solstice. And now we're celebrating the arrival of spring. In a moment, we're going to deep dive in this. I will introduce and then we will do a practice. Before we actually deep dive, I want to give you an announcement. From Thursday, February 8th, I'm going to begin with an ongoing series online, which I have called The Practice of Moving Joy. It is an opportunity to have the possibility to meet regularly in a time frame which I will dedicate to practice sitting meditation, moving meditation, perceiving ourselves from the body, embodiment and mindfulness of the body. And we will also practice time to time Qi Gong as a form of conscious movement and as a form of movement meditation and as a form of dancing meditation. And we will cultivate a more serene and joyful mind. So you can find every detail of this new offer, the practice of moving joy, in the text of this webinar that we're doing right now, as soon as I will post it on my YouTube channel. And as well, you can receive it through my newsletter if you are subscribed, but I also will share the detail how to join my newsletter. Okay, said that, let's begin our Imbolc celebration. Make yourself comfortable, and I'm going to tell you a bit. The Imbolc in neo-paganism is the day of Saint Brigid. It is an ancient festivity among the Gaelic-speaking Celtic nations, which traditionally fell on February 1st. In Ireland, it is traditionally considered the day that marks the beginning of spring. The term Imbolc means in the womb, referring to the pregnancy of the sheep. It is in this period lambs were born and the sheep produced milk. The holiday celebrated light, which was reflected in the lengthening of the day and the hope of the arrival of spring. And we can already sense this in the air if we go outside. So it was tradition to celebrate the festival by lighting candles and making bonfires, sorry. In the Christian area, the festival of Imbolc was equated with a candle mass. Since the pagan festivals was under the auspices of the goddess Bridget, it was then transformed into the anniversaries of Saint Bridget. In the Roman time, in the Roman world, the goddess Februa, or Juno, Giunone in Italian, was celebrated on this time too. In Neopaganism, and in particular in Wicca, Imbolc is one of the 8 Sabbats, which are the 8 festivals linked with the movement of the sun. They are days of veneration, festivity, and power. So I found this particularly fascinating, that we can, as human, follow and acknowledge those movements of the sun, a rotation of our solar system. We are part of a solar system, so why not to actually get to know better how the solar system moves, how we play an important role, how we are interconnected with the big, what is beyond us, what we don't actually see in the daily life, as we are part of the cosmos too. Just to give you a little bit of more detail about the 8 Sabbats, there are 4 minor Sabbats: Yule, which was the winter solstice, Mabon, Ostara, Lita, and then 4 major Sabbats: Shamahin, which is actually the Halloween, Imbolc, that we are celebrating now, Lug Nasad, and Beltane. My wish, my desire is to try to celebrate them all with a gathering, with a ceremony what we are doing now. I don't promise I will be able to follow the schedule, but you can try. You can try to do in your own way. Imbolc also indicated the time in which to start to think about what to plant for the next year's harvest. So today, since we are no longer a society based on agriculture, we can, however, look to the ancient tradition of how men followed the movements of the sun and the cycle of nature and be inspired by that. So Imbolc symbolizes for us nowadays a time which is good to reflect on what I want to sow, what I want to plant from now on, to see it grow from month to month in this coming year. Which intentions, what I would like to plant symbolically. So this was our little introduction. I hope everyone feels comfortable. And we're gonna go into the practice, what I call the practice, which means make sure you are comfortable. Maybe you have a yoga mat, and we will still stay seated on our pillows or chair. And yeah, we're going to start. I'm just gonna close my window because someone is working in the garden. Okay. So I invite you to close your eyes. Hmm. And bring your attention to the center of your abdomen. Breathe in this space. Oh. You can let go of all the information I was sharing with you earlier, and now start to become unified with your own physical sensation, become one with your body. As the body do reflect, I really like to bring the idea that the body does reflect the cosmos and the nature and the world. And start to move now your attention from the center of your belly gradually down to all the layers of the earth underneath you until the center of the earth. And you will encounter with your breath, with your attention, the belly of the Mother Earth underneath you, wherever you are in the world. We have one planet and one unique womb to connect. And continue taking deep, deep breaths of expansion and release. Try to relax your body. And tuning with your inner smiling also, giving the opportunity to yourself to melt and find more a serene, peaceful mind. So now that you are connected to the center of the Mother Earth, I invite you to place your hands into the ground, wherever you are. If you are sitting on a chair, you will have to bend forward and place your hands to the ground, if this is possible for you, or find a way, an easy way for you to just let go the weight of your head forward and keep your hands maybe on your legs if you are on a chair. Otherwise, if you are sitting on a pillow, on a cushion on the ground like me, you will just place your hands on the ground in front of you and lower your head. Keep your eyes closed. And connect to the breath of the womb of Mother Earth. You can also connect, if you're sitting on a chair, through the feet into the ground. And start to listen deeply. Which sounds come from the belly of the earth, from the womb of the earth? You might perceive sounds of the room where you are, or the sounds of your body, breath, heartbeat. But if you refine your listening, you might perceive also a vibration, a sound of a vibration, the vibration of the earth. It requires to be silent and still. And now I invite you to breathe out, to exhale the sound of the earth that you might perceive, maybe just through your imagination, it doesn't matter, but just make any sound, vocalize through your mouth, through your voice, a vibration, a tone, a wobble, a lament. It can be rusty, it doesn't have to be beautiful. Actually, the more rusty and the more low in tone it is, the better we can tune with the frequency of the heart. Take a few more breaths and continue to vocalize the sound of the womb of Mother Earth, which is also a sound coming from your own belly. Mm. A few more breaths. You can continue. See if there is sounds coming out or just breath. Mm. Stay there in that space of listening into the Mother Earth womb. Make yourself comfortable. And still perceive the echo and the vibrations of that sound, of that voice that you can connect. It's also your own voice. As we do reflect the planet Earth with our own bodies, we can also imagine the belly of the Earth inside of our own belly. And each time connect to that sound and that vibrations. Very healing, very restorative. And little by little, begin to come back from the deep, deep darkness of the Mother Earth womb, layers after layers. Meet your roots now. Meet the roots coming down from your pelvic floor or from your feet. Now you can sit comfortably again. And inside of your roots, still inside of the earth, there is your sap, like if you are a tree. And this sap is luminous. Imagine the light radiating from the center of the earth into your roots, into your sap, inhaling up into your spine until the center of the universe. And then it descends from the center of the universe, exhaling inside of your spine, inside of your roots, until the center of the earth. And we're gonna do 3 times this type of breath. Again, inhale luminous sap from the center of the earth into your roots, into your spine for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until the center of the universe, and come back 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale in the center of the earth. And again, inhale and exhale. And again, from the center of the earth to the center of the universe through your spine. Inhale. And exhale. And actually continue a bit longer, connecting the light from the center of the earth into the center of the universe through your spine, through your body. And when you exhale, you go down with your own attention from the center of the universe into the center of the earth, through the body, through the spine. Make sure the breaths are really deep and long. Find your own rhythm. Maybe 6 times is too long for some people or too short. You find your own counting. And while you're breathing, you can start to place one hand at your womb, at your belly, and the other hand at your heart, and continue for a few more breaths here. The important thing that is that you keep visualizing this luminous sap. And this is how we're waking up the energies in our body, synchronizing with the energy of the earth and the light. As now the sap of the trees, if you notice, start to come up again from the roots. And then later the trees will bloom again. And now stay with your hands, one at your belly, the other one at your heart. Stay connected and bring a smile into your belly. Bring a smile into your heart. Slowly, gradually open your eyes. And welcome back. We're going to continue a little bit with the final part of this movement practice. So I would like to see your smile reflecting in your eyes. And perceive now this smile as luminous energy into your heart. And we're gonna start a gentle laughter. So you're alone in your own room, I suppose. You don't have to feel judgmental about yourself laughing for no reason, and no one will judge you because no one will see you. Yeah. Ah. Ah. So keep breathing deeply and laughing a little bit if you need to, if you feel like, or just keep smiling. Laughing is like breathing and singing, it's a vibration. How is it to laugh from your belly and from your heart? Very nice. So we're gonna do a little movement with this laughter. You can keep your eyes open. We're gonna now bring the hands down, connect again to the earth. Inhale, gather energy from the earth, bringing it into the heart, and then to the sky, gathering energy from the sky, and exhaling, bringing it back to the heart. And again, inhaling and exhaling down to the earth, gathering energy from the earth. Inhale into the sky, gathering energy from the sky and back into the heart. And now we do it with the laughter. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, gathering energy from the earth, expanding into the sky. Open energy from the sky and gathering into your heart. And again, inhale into your heart. Exhale to the earth. Gathering energy from the earth. Expanding into the sky. Take energy from the sky. And connecting into your heart. And we continue this a few more times. If you like, even standing. You can stay seated or standing. I'm gonna stand so we can wake up a little more the body. And again, inhale and exhale, gathering energy on the earth, bringing it into the sky. Take energy from the sky and bringing it into the earth. Inhale and exhale into the earth. Do it as a prayer for yourself, and inhale again into the sky. Gathering energy from the sky and into the heart. And that's it. Stay into your heart and keep breathing. Smiling, vibrating, resonating, joy and light. Energy of the planet Earth changing. You're tuning with this changing now. This transformation, this cycle that touch a new point of the wheel. From down, coming up again, rising into new light. The arrival of spring. This is a prayer for the spring and for your own awakening. So take this as a ritual for your body and ritual for the planet. Give yourself a bit of massage, softening, and we're going to come back into sitting if you are standing. And that was the end of our ritual for the body. I hope you're feeling all right. We spent about 30 minutes together, and we still have a bit of time together. So if you need a sip of water, in this time, I invite you to gather your piece of paper and pen for the ritual, and your vase, your pot with earth, and take your bulbs or your seeds of a flower, a plant that you would like to plant. And bring everything next to you, in front of you. And now, for the ritual, we will again place the hands into the earth, and again coming down into this position. Whether you're sitting on a chair or on the floor, find your own comfortable position, but what we want is really connect with the earth as much as possible. The floor underneath you, you imagine the earth. Close your eyes for a moment. And now I have a question for you. What is that I wish to sow now, to see it blossom during this year? What is that I wish to sow now, to see it blossom during this year? Connect with that desire, intuition, purpose, intention, whatever it comes to you. It can be something very clear for you or something that you may discover just right now that even surprise you. It can be something very practical or something like a dream, an utopia, maybe something even for the good of the humanity and the planet, or for the good of yourself or a member of your family. I leave you again a moment. I will be silent and connect with this wish, with this desire, this intention for a moment. If you like, you can always put a hand into your heart or to your belly and connect to those centers of energy, very powerful, that can help you visualize and perceive whatever is alive and need to be manifested. And from my experience, the more practical it is, this thing, that your intention, the more you can see it grow. Okay, now that hopefully you have it clear, as this video is also being recorded, you can always pause and stay if you need more time to think about it, and then go back into play. And now take a piece of paper, make it into a little piece of paper, very little, and write down a keyword, just a keyword, or maybe 2 or 3 words that make you, understand what is this intention. Just write about what you imagined to sow and to see blossom during this year, a project, a purpose, a wish. Write it down. And now we are going to make our hands dirty. We're going to plant it into the vase, into the pot, into the earth. We're going to dig inside of the earth this piece of paper. I don't have a vase here, but you will do it. And together with this piece of paper, also plant your seeds or bulbs, your flowers or herbs, whatever you're planting. Make sure you plant more than one, because sometimes doesn't grow, and you keep a bit of space between each other, but also don't put too many. And then later you will put a little bit of water and and keep it with you and see it grow months by months. So this is a symbolic act, is a ritual, as this piece of paper will decompose, will dissolve, will disappear, together with inside the message that you wrote, but it will manifest into the plant that it will grow later, a flower. And it's just a symbolic, just a symbol of your own intention that you want to grow. And you will keep it to remind you every single day that maybe you have to do something to make it grow, or just as a reminder. Okay, so this was the ritual. I hope everyone is ready, is done. And we're gonna slowly, gradually transition into the final part of this ceremony, of this Imbolc ceremony. Okay, so for the final part, I invite you to lie down. So find a space where you can lie down on your yoga mat, on your couch, in the bed. It doesn't matter where you're lying. Make yourself very comfortable. Bring a blanket, stay very warm. That's important too. Maybe you can turn off the light in your room, switch on a candle, and make sure you are completely alone and not disturbed for this final part. And I'm going to read a story for you. It's going to be our journey, a little travel into the subconscious world, into the oniric world. And perhaps this travel, which is a bit like a journey, perhaps it will manifest into a clear message for you that can help bring forward this intention that you wrote and planted in peace. And the story I'm going to tell you is about the goddess Brigid by Alice Rowan. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. With every breath, you relax more and more. Visualize yourself in a forest clearing. Behind you is a large, ancient and majestic oak tree. Four paths branch into the woods at the 4 cardinal points. Follow the one that leads east and enter the silent and peaceful forest. Follow the path, which slowly begin to slope uphill. Continue climbing until the trees thin out and you find yourself out of the woods at the foot of a hill. The path continues to spiral up the hill, and you follow it. Feel the ground covered with small white pebbles under your feet. Continue following the path until you reach the top. Here, there is a stone well, very ancient looking. In the low wall surrounding the well, there is an entrance, and you see that inside there are stairs that go down. The bottom, it's all dark, but you're not afraid. Start going down the stairs that follow the walls of the well and form a spiral. As you go down, it gets darker and darker, but you touch the damp and cold wall of the well with your hand and your feet. Descend safely without falling forward. Go down further, and at a certain point, you notice a light that seems to emanate from a flame that illuminates the last steps. You finally arrive at the bottom of the well, and you find yourself in a large cave, illuminated by torches on the wall. You immediately notice that in the center is a beautiful white rock altar, adorned with small white snowdrops and swan feathers. Above the altar, there are 3 small braziers, on which 3 flames burn brightly. From the bottom of the cave, in the shadow, you now notice that a female figure is advancing toward the altar. Slowly, with a silent step, she approaches and stands in front of the adorned altar. It is the goddess Brigid, beautiful and serene. She observes carefully you, and you grasp every detail. You tries to remember how she looked like and how she is dressed. The goddess Brigid smiles at you. She has a gift and a message for you. Approach her without fear and wait for her to give you this gift of her and communicate her message to you. Stay with her for as long as you feel necessary. And finally, when you are ready, thank her and say goodbye. Now head back toward the stairs of the well and go back up, happy with the beautiful encounter. Get to the top and start descending the spiral path that will take you back into the woods. Go through it all. Enter the depths of the woods and reach the clearing again. And the beautiful large oak tree. Approach it slowly. And sit at its feet. You are now back in ordinary reality. Slowly move your toes and your hands. Take deeper, wider breaths. And start regaining awareness of your body. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Slowly take your time, if you're willing, to come back in a sitting position. Good. Welcome back. As the end of this ceremony is approaching, now at this point, immediately, if you can, take notes of every detail of your journey, of your visualization with the goddess Birgit, and above the gift and the message that she gave you, that you received from her. It is likely that you will find the gift later in your ordinary life. And you can also draw her. If you like to be creative, you can do it now that you have very vividly the memory of her and the message, or you can do it later, but I suggest by today. Tomorrow is already another day. You might forget. And then take this drawing of the goddess and create an altar for yourself. On this altar you put the image of the goddess if you draw it, or you can also bring a copy of a photo of Birgit. If you go online, there are many images of this goddess. You can blow a white candle for her, a glass of water that symbolize the purity of the whale, and perhaps some flowers that symbolize the arrival of spring, or just your own pot with earth, and everything you want, everything you feel like having on the altar. And you have this altar for you to contemplate Imbolc and the arrival of light and new energy every day until the arrival of the spring equinox. So I thank you very much for being here with me, and I wish you a wonderful renewal, a wonderful time where you connect with Mother Earth and the sun and the spring arriving, and you can do the best that you can with this time, with the best intentions. And hopefully I'll see you on this ongoing series online Thursdays. I will, as I said, send you more details. Hopefully it will be possible to meet again, or to meet again during this event, the Sabbats event that I will do, or for this other event, the practice of the moving joy practice. So it's a lot of information now. I wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you all.